10 beautiful flowering plants with the medicinal uses. Marigold. No first annual that can bring the color of sunshine to your garden, as well as butterflies, bees, ladybugs, and other beneficial insects. Give them full sun and some well draining soil and watch them bloom from late spring until fall. Marigold seeds germinate quickly within just a few days and bloom in about 8 weeks. This quick sense of satisfaction makes them a great first time gardening project for kids and garden newbies. Not to mention, marigolds are a great companion in your vegetable garden and can help protect your veggies from predators and pests. Tagetes or marigold plant has been used for immune response, stomach in pain and other medicinal purposes. The marigold flowers are used in garlands, decoration for weddings, festivals and religious events in India. Marigold flowers have been used for ulcer, menstrual periods problems, eye infection, for example conjunctivitis, inflammation and for wound healing. Some herbal or diet supplement products have been found to contain possibly harmful impurities or additives. Hibiscus. Hibiscus is a genus of flowering plants in the mallow family Malvaceae. The genus is quite large, comprising several hundred species that are native to warm, temperate, subtropical and tropical regions throughout the world. Hibiscus plants are known for their large, colorful flowers. This blossom can make a decorative addition to a home or gardens, but they also have medicinal uses. The flowers and leaves can be made into teas and liquid extracts that can help treat a variety of conditions. Hibiscus can help with the weight loss and cancer, and how it can also help relieve conditions that include upset stomach, high blood pressure, bacterial infections and fever. Hibiscus flowers come in many colors. They can be red, yellow, white or peach colored and can be big as 6 inches wide. The most popular variety is Hibiscus subdarifa. The red flower of this variety are most commonly cultivated for medical purpose and are available as a dietary supplements. Hibiscus tea, also called sour tea because of its tart taste, is made from a mixture of a dried hibiscus flowers, leaves and dark red calyces, which means the cup-shaped center of the flower. After the flower finishes blooming, the petals fall off and calyces turn into pods. This holds the plant's seeds. Calyces are often the main ingredients in herbal drinks containing hibiscus. Sunflower. Sunflower is one of the few crop species that originated in North America, which is the most originated in the Fertile Crescent, Asia or South or Central America. It was probably a campflower or a several of the western Native American tribes who domesticated the crop possibly 1000 BC and then carried it eastward and southward of North America. The first Europeans observed sunflower cultivated in many places from southern Canada to Mexico. Sunflower seeds are a great source of vitamins, phosphorus, magnesium and other minerals. They also support digestion, controls high blood pressure and healthy skin. Lavender. Lavandula is a genus of 47 known species of flowering plants in the mint family Lamiaceae. It is native to the Old World and it is found from Cape Verde and the Canary Island, Europe across to northern and eastern Africa, the Mediterranean, Southwest Asia to Southeast India. Lavender have been used as ornamental plants for gardens and landscape. The flower buds are used as a species in cooking and its oil is used to treat a heel burn and wounds. Echinacea. Echinacea is an herb that is native to areas east of the Rocky Mountain in the United States. It is also grown in the western states as well as in Canada and Europe. Several species of the Echinacea plant are used to make a medicine from its leaves, flowers and roots. Echinacea was used in a traditional herbal remedies by the Great Plains Indian tribes. Later, settlers followed the Indians' example and began using Echinacea for medicinal purpose as well. For a time, Echinacea enjoyed official status as a result of being listed in the US National Formulary from 1916 to 1950. However, uses of Echinacea fell out of favor in the United States with the discovery of antibiotics. But now, people are becoming interested in Echinacea again because some antibiotics don't work as well as they used to against certain bacteria. Echinacea is most commonly used for the common cold and other infections. Commercially available Echinacea products come in many forms of including tablets, juices and tea. Echinacea is also useful for the following disease: bee stings, bloodstream infections, chronic fatigue syndrome, cold sores, cough, diphtheria, dizziness, high fever or other allergies, HIV or AIDS, indigestion, malaria, migraine headache, pain, rattlesnake bites, rheumatoid arthritis, strep infections, swine flu and syphilis. Chamomile. Many people swear by homegrown chamomile tea to calm their nerves. This cheery herb can add beauty to a garden and may have sedative qualities. Chamomile growing in the garden is both useful and visually pleasing. Tips for how to grow: there are two kinds of chamomile. The first is a Roman chamomile and the other is German chamomile. The Roman variety is a true chamomile, but German chamomile is used herbally for nearly the same things. The steps for growing Roman chamomile and growing German chamomile are also nearly identical. Roman chamomile is also known as a Russian chamomile and English chamomile. It is creeping ground cover that grows like a mat. It has a small daisy-like flowers with a yellow center and white petals. The leaves are feathery. It is a perennial. German chamomile looks similar to a Roman chamomile, with the difference being that German chamomile grows upright to the height of about 1 to 2 feet and is a residing annual. Chamomile are commonly used to make the herb with the medicinal uses. The beautiful chamomile and flowers tea are the best for skin, runny nose and sore throat. Yarrow. Yarrow is a hardy plant that typically grows to 1 meter tall. Each stem has a multiple flat flower head that are comprised of a many tiny daisy-shaped blossom. Flowers range in a color from white, yellow, pink, deep magenta, red and bicolored. Its fern-like foliage is soft and feathery when young, but can become quite sharp and prickly with maturity. Both the leaves and flowers have a spicy herbal aroma that is reminiscent of crushed rosemary and oregano. These some flavors are also exhibited on the palate, starting off a sweet and honey-eyed, and then finishing with the clean bitter note. Yarrow flowers are available spring through summer. Yarrow flowering plants has a historical use in a traditional medicine to treat headaches and battle wounds. Achillea millefolium or common yarrow is a native to Asia and Europe. Cornflower. This one's wild plant is native to Europe and was given its name due to rampant proliferation in cornfields. The seeds thrive in the same condition as a corn: open, sunny fields with the moderately dry soil. Yet over time, due to overuses of herbicides in cornfields throughout Europe and the US, cornflowers no longer reseed themselves naturally. In some countries, in fact, cornflowers are on the endangered list of native plants due to its rapid disappearance in the wild. Cornflower is a member of the Asteraceae or the Compositae family, which is the large and widespread group of plants that includes sunflowers, daisies, and asters. The genus is Centaurea, which includes both annual and perennial varieties. The following description focuses on Cinus, which is the annual flower grown easily from seed and popular as a bedding plant or cut flower for home gardeners and florists. Cornflowers readily grow from seed and will thrive when sown indoors in pots 4 weeks before a frost-free date, then transplanted or outdoors directly in the garden. Cornflower used as one of the main ingredients in the tea blends and herbal teas. The Centaurea sinus treat fever, constipation and liver disorders. Indian lotus. The lotus is a sacred flower for Hindus and Buddhists. It is symbolically equal to the Buddha for Buddhists. The lotus symbolizes purity, beauty, majesty, grace, fertility, wealth, richness, knowledge, and serenity. The pink lotus is the national flower of India. Nelumbo nucifera is known by the number of common names including sacred lotus, Indian lotus, and sacred water lily. Lotuses are found in white and pink colors in general, and they grown in shallow and murky waters. Lotus flowers enjoy warm sunlight and are intolerant to cold weather. This is why the lotus is not seen blossoming in the winter. The floating leaves and lotus flowers have long stems which contains air spaces to maintain the buoyancy. The lotus is a native to Asia and flourishes in a wide range of climates from India to China. The lotus plant is an aquatic perennial native to Southern Asia and Australia and most commonly cultivated in water gardens. The plant has its root firmly in the mud and sends out long stems to which their leaves are attached. The leaves are sometimes and lotus flowers always raised above the water surface. The beautiful and fragrant lotus flower open in the morning and petals fall in the afternoon. Indian lotus is an aquatic plant and the national flower of India. All parts of lotus flower are edible and its flower, leaves and seeds have been used in Ayurveda for diarrhea, cholera and fever. Jasmine. Jasmine or Jasminum is a group of vine and shrubs that belong to the Oliaceae family. The word Jasminum derives from the Arabic word Yasmin. Natives for the Himalayas is mostly grows in a tropical and subtropical regions. These flowers are famous for their characteristic smell and beautiful colors, which makes them a great addition to your indoor and outdoor garden. There are more than 200 varieties of jasmine found all over the world. The article here intends to list the best types of jasmine flowers in India. Although jasmine flowers grow throughout the India, commercial cultivation takes place in the state of Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Jasmine, also known as Parijata, has been used for medicinal purpose in Ayurveda. Parijata leaves used to treatment of knee pain and to treat sore throat.